This video on Sage is being put together for her owners. It's now been about 3 to almost 4 weeks since we shot this video, so I'm just going to kind of throw it up here, and if I goof up in my talking, then I'm not going to be able to take time to erase it. But I just want to be able to show them how well Sage is doing. They've asked many times if she's going to be gentle, if she's going to be quiet, and I think all in all, Sage is going to be a very, very nice mare. She really wants to be good. She had a little bit of issue when they first adopted her with her ears, and she's getting better. She's still not sure she likes to be rubbed up there, but she's starting to think that she likes it. She's just now been out in this pen for about a week. She's really liking it. She's actually handling it well. You know, again, Sage was totally wild a few months ago, and she has about 8 weeks of training on her at this point. She's starting to learn how to not walk on us, even though there's things that are scary. She's learning how to come with us. She is, I believe, 6 or 7. It's fuzzy right now, so I haven't looked at her brand for a while. And we do have snow, and it's yucky and muddy and dirty around here, so horses have to kind of handle being curry-combed, and she's actually doing really good. She's handling it. We are now being able to walk around her hip. There's no worry about being kicked or anything from her. She's just a super, super nice little mare. She does have a little bit of attitude. Some of that I think is a mare thing, plus she is the lead mare. And she has gotten to where you walk in her pen and she just stands there. She lets you come right up to her, and she's real good. And I said she's not tried to kick us or anything, but there was a couple times she did nip at us when we would do something that she didn't appreciate. And so we've been teaching her that that's not how we talk to people. But she's really coming along nice. We've taught her lunging, and she's actually learning to do very well. We've ponied her quite a bit, even ponied her out in the hills a couple times, which we will show that as it comes along. She seems to have a pretty nice pace. She's not the fastest horse out there, but she's actually very comfortable to ride. She's got a nice, smooth, easy rhythm trot, real comfortable little lope. And her walk's not bad. It's getting to where she's stretching out and moving a little bit, but it takes them all a little bit of time to figure that out. Mustangs travel the best at a trot. That's how they usually move from point A to point B. In fact, they have to learn how to lope. She's still a little bit erratic on her loping here on the lunge line, but all in all, she's pretty good. Mustangs don't lope a lot unless they're playing. And so for them to think of it as work and a job and to keep their focus is a little bit harder. But you can see here she's really learning to listen to my cues and my commands. She comes down, stops when I ask her to. I can approach her and rub her. We're learning how to come when I ask, so we're still working on that one. But she's getting to where she really likes the affection. She wants that affection, and that's something that we try to spend quite a bit of time on. And we also have always sacked them out with the whip, and so we can rub her legs, her belly, her flank. We can pick up all of her feet. She's just, like I said, all in all, really coming along and being a really nice mare. As far as saddling, she still acts a little bit grumpy once in a while, and I would like to have her worked on by a chiropractor again. We did a little bit one day because of her head, but she just wasn't comfortable enough yet to have somebody manipulate her around. But we do use and believe in a good chiropractor for horses. And she will check things out, but she doesn't dwell on it very long. We always give her the opportunity to try it. And we don't sneak things on our horses. We want them to see it coming and throw things around, pull stuff down, throw it around, cinch them up. But we always cinch them snug, not tight, and then we'll walk them around and then cinch them up the rest of the way. In bridling, we work on getting them to accept it, not trying to shove it in or fight with them on it. Good girl. And always reward her. And you saw how she dropped her head there. I mean, she's trying to do what I ask. She's still not sure, so she'll kind of lift her head. She's still chomping on the bit some, but she has the basic idea of how to give to it now and to listen to me. And she's just starting to lunge with her bit on, and it's helping because she doesn't lean quite so hard on it. Never in a hurry, though. She's definitely handled the saddle well. We've had sacks of cans on her. We've had a flag on her back, and she wasn't real tickled about the flag hovering over her. But the sack of cans didn't really bug her too awful much. I think she would actually work very good as a pack horse. And if her training is finished and completed, she will be a very, very nice horse. She handles pressure well. She doesn't get super upset. If she spooks, she'll kind of jump and grab herself, but that's really the extent of what she does. She doesn't go out of control. She doesn't blow up. So far, we haven't had any blow-ups as far as riding her goes. She's just had a lot of try. She'll get a little nervous. She'll look at you. She's pinned her ears a few times when we've tried to get on or off of her, but all in all, she's doing really, really well. Good girl. And this just shows some of how we sack them out. And like I said, again, we are not quiet with them. We always set ourselves up to succeed. We want to make sure that, like here, my rope's short enough that if she did jump, I could stop her before she'd be able to kick at me. But I want her to handle that saddle stirrup flopping around, because that could be me up there pretty soon. And I don't want her to panic just because I'm up on top of her waving around or, trying to get my foot in the stirrup or something. Good girl. And I always spend a lot of time loving on them so that they realize that I'm not picking on them. I'm actually asking them to work with me. Good girl. Now here I'm riding Lakota. He's an 8-year-old Mustang that was actually a star in our From Wild to Willing video that we put together. He's now a completely finished horse. He's pretty much bomb-proof. He's an outstanding horse. We use him for a little bit of everything. He's actually a client's horse, and he loves him as well. But he comes back periodically just for tune-ups because the gentleman doesn't get to ride as much as he'd like. So we work him, and he's a fantastic pony and horse. So it's nice to be able to take our young horses, especially our Mustangs, out and pony them, because that's the one thing they are fearful of is a person on a horse, because they've been moved by horse and riders. And so Sage has learned how to give to the halter rope. She's learned how to stay with us. She doesn't really follow directly behind a whole lot, but she'll come up next to us, and we work on all of our paces. We like them to speed up when we ask them to, trot, canter. And when we first teach them this, we actually drive them from behind. So sometimes we'll have another rider with us, or I'll take a flag or a whip and encourage them to stay forward with us. There she goes. They're kind of eyeballing the bridge and the cone or the barrel there, and so it's good for them to just do different things. And we have ponied her out before as well in the hills, and that's been really good for her. But you can see she's fat and sassy and moves right along, and just a super nice little mare. She's got a nice pace to her, and I think you're really going to like her. So I've got some more video to do, but I'm running out of time on this video, so we will put another one together hopefully in the next week or two so you can see Rick get on her and see the progress that she's making. I think you'll be happy with her. She's a nice little mare and is going to make a fabulous little horse.